I'm Marin. What up, guys? It's Marin. Hey, guys, it's Marin. Hey, guys, it's Marin.
What?
And I'm Marin.
Oh, we got snow on the lens.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kale.
And I'm Marin.
We are the Smiths.
And it's wintertime, baby.
Today we want to talk about the pros and the cons of living full-time in a truck bed camper during the winter. We're now 5 months down, and it's been a lot harder than we thought it'd be. So we'd like to share with you some of our trials, but also some of the benefits.
Come on, let's go.
Yo! Woo! Big air, big air! Number one, the challenge of maintaining heat on these cold, chilly winter days. That means keeping us warm and also keeping our camper warm. Although this is a 4-season camper, it's really imperative that we run our heater every night in order to keep our tanks from freezing. So come check this out. Those tanks, if they freeze, will crack open and expand, and we'll be in a load of trouble. So in order to keep them from freezing, each night we have to run a propane heater. What we'll do is every evening when we get home from school, around 8 or 9 o'clock, we'll kick this heater on here. We'll usually set it to 50 or 60 degrees to keep things nice and toasty in here. So like I said, usually when we get home from school, it's something like 37 to 45 degrees in here, which is pretty dang cold. We'll kick this guy on, and within 20 minutes, we've got everything nice and toasty. The only downside to this heater is it's really inefficient with power. If we're ever really low on battery power, it's imperative that we keep the heater turned off while we're sleeping. Otherwise, it could drain our batteries during the night.
One of the most important things is staying warm during the night. It gets freezing cold at night. And like Kale said, sometimes our batteries are so low that we try to not run the heater to save a little bit of power. So Kale and I have a little denim blanket that goes on top, but all the layers underneath are really what keeps us warm. So we've got the mattress, and then a layer underneath us, the sheet underneath us, the sheet on top of us, and then this what we call a down alternative blanket. It's like a down blanket, but instead of being fluffed with feathers, it's full of polyester. And then this on top as well. And this has kept us warm even when the temperatures in here are in the 30s. Kale and I can stay warm underneath all these blankets.
One of the chores that comes with living in a camper during the winter time is the constant need to be checking on the temperatures. If ever the temperature in here gets below freezing, of course, our tanks are going to be susceptible to freezing, cracking, and breaking the camper. So we're always checking the temperature in here. And we're hopping out of class sometimes on really cold days to come check on the camper. We're coming home from class maybe a little bit early to get the heater kicked on to make sure everything can stay warm in here. It's a constant chore, and honestly, it can be kind of a pain.
Whew. It's always a good sign when it comes out liquid. Challenge number 2 is dealing with condensation. As you can see, it's freezing out here, but it's toasty in here. The cold outside clashes with the heat in here, and so the walls and anywhere that's exposed enough to outside will get full of water. Just right here in our escape hatch, check this out. You can see all that water that builds up on the sides.
Just the way.
That's because the escape hatch is cold, but the air inside is warm. Condensation is a huge problem because anywhere there's water buildup, there's potential for mold. And Kale and I have experienced firsthand that mold grows quickly and is deadly. Condensation has got to be one of our biggest problems. It builds up on our windows, in our vents, in our closets, on the walls, and worst of all, it builds up underneath our bed. So with our clothes, we've got to keep our closet doors open every once in a while just to make sure they get enough ventilation that our clothes don't get musty and stinky from being wet. Kale, did you put your pants away wet? Yes.
Challenge number 3 is keeping our batteries charged. This has become a constant stress every single day and something we're seriously always thinking about. As you can see, one of the tough things about living during the winter is this really overcast, snowy, cold. We're not getting a lot of light to our solar panels, and that can be a really tough day.
An added chore is maintaining our batteries. Because we use power from them every day, we have to make sure they never get below a certain voltage and that they're filled with water, etc., etc. So because of that, if the voltage is too low, sometimes we have to forego charging our handheld devices or even running the heater just to make sure that they stay healthy. This is a huge pain.
We also get the added chore of scraping our solar panels every day and checking on them multiple times through the day on a real snowy afternoon, making sure that we're not getting snow piled up, keeping us from getting sun to our panels, which will then charge our batteries.
It's just a constant chore.
All right, just getting home after a long day of lots of clouds and lots of rain. Hoping that we got enough of a solar charge today. Home again, home again. 12.4 volts. All right, not bad. That's awesome.
Challenge number 4 is spending time outside in the freezing cold. In the summertime, you can hike and hammock and climb trees and bike and lay on the grass and have a picnic. In the wintertime, all you can do is freeze your butt off.
Hey babe, what you doing?
Homework? Why?
You cold?
No,
You look a little cold.
I'm not cold. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the good stuff.
So pro number 1 is getting to do our favorite winter hobbies.
Our number 1 winter hobby is definitely snowboarding, and this camper makes it awesome. We can store our snowboards right on board along with all of our gear, so when we're ready to go, we just get in and go. We also enjoy other winter sports like fat biking, snowshoeing, or just enjoying the snow.
Another cool thing about living in a camper here in Utah, there's warm weather just 3.5 hours south of us. It's really easy to hop in the camper, get down south, and enjoy the much warmer 75 degree southern Utah.
Woo!
A lot of people ask how our camper does in the snow driving, and our truck is awesome. We get a ton of traction driving around in the snow thanks to a lot of the weight of the camper. Not to mention we've got 4-wheel drive and some pretty meaty tires. We do great.
As much as I'm always freezing, the wintertime really is exciting and super beautiful. Living in the camper has helped us enjoy the mountains and the snow, and we've really had a good time.
Oh, wow.
Right, Kale? Love you.
I love you.
So to wrap things up, living in a camper has its pros and has its cons. It's definitely harder than we expected it would be, but there are definite payoffs.
It helps when you like the person you're living with.
That's true. So that's it for today's video. My name's Kale.
And I'm Marin.
Until next time.
We'll be Smithin it!
All right, back to our camper. And it's a snowball. It's become a snowball. Every surface is covered in snow. Oh my goodness.
Wintertime comes with a lot of gear. You have to have a coat for everything. Like this. Coat for church, coat for the rain, coat for snowboarding, coat for Sundance, coat for looking cool, jean coat, which is not actually that warm but it looks cool, pea coat for church, down coat when it's really cold, work coat, raincoat, another coat for church. It's a lot of coats.